What do you mean? What does Linda Mwananchi means to me personally? Linda Mwananchi is a tsunami yenye inakuja kuokoa Mkenya kwa ukatili, kwa unyenyepaa wa William Samoei Ruto. Number one, you know, I hear people say at yo, tell us your agenda as Linda Mwananchi. Sifuna always says, one of the thing and one of the biggest problem you have as a country, you have a country that the president doesn't follow the law. We have three arms of the government. We have judiciary, we have legislature, and we have the executive. And the executive has kidnapped the judiciary system and the legislature system. I feel so sad the other day when I had my member of parliament in the village called David Ochieng saying in parliament that he has been passing bills for Mr. President. And I ask myself, why do people of Ugenya constituency elect him to do? We did not elect David Ochieng to represent the interests of William Samoei Ruto. So if you look at the way system work, the executive part has kidnapped and has adapted the legislator and executive and the judiciary. Yes.
So being okay, now being that you have said that you're among the leaders and the ambassadors of Linda Mwananchi.
Not among. I'm the ambassador of Linda Mwananchi. Yes.
Are you traveling to Wanga?
Oh, of course, my friend. My flight is ready. In fact, I'm going to land at Kabunde Airport.
But you people, you are the Gladys Wanga. No, not the Gladys Wanga.
You know, let us be realistic. Huh? We have a problem. Most especially, I'm a Luo. I'm a Luo by profession. And I've been telling people, let us look politics beyond 2027. Why am I saying so? Look at now. For the last, since, and how comes when Linda Mwananchi says they are going to Nyanza region, there are a lot of press conference than never before. Out of all Linda Mwananchi rally, I personally have attended all Linda Mwananchi. I start supporting Sifuna. When we are doing the People's Dialogue at Uhuru Park. That is the day I started supporting Sifuna. And I started supporting ambition of Sifuna to be the president of this country. Because all of us, we need change. And we have worked. We have done many rallies in Linda Mwananchi. We have been to Mombasa, we have been to Taita, we have been to Western, we have been to Central, we have been to Naikuru, we have been all over. But there is this habit that is growing that only if we go to Kisumu, Nyanza region, the press are more. Let me ask you, when we said that we will have a rally in Trans Nzoia, how many press did you see our leaders, our principals in Linda Mwananchi wakifanya? Actually, it was one, if I'm not wrong. I don't think if it was one. Kama one, not one, haikukuwa one. But ikifika wakati tunakuja Nyanza, kuna tumbo joto yenye government inakubali kutoa pesa to sponsor the Goonies. Na hiyo ndio kitu inaniuma, sababu unaona wakati by election Olkalawi ilikuwa inafanyika, watu walikuwa wanapewa mazuri sababu government ilikuwa na interest na wao, lakini when it comes to Nyanza region wanatupea panga na silaha butu kupiga wengine. And I as a person, actually we are just having this interview. I'm preparing some mini files on Monday. On Monday next week, I will officially go to NCIC offices. I'll visit them because there is something that is going on in this country that we need to call it out. I heard when that MP, the MP, what is his name, who was arrested for hate speech. Mwenye alisema anybody who will vote Ruto mpaka chini ya kitanda atatolewa na afanyiwe nini? Hakusema Kenya atafanyiwa, atatolewa chini ya kitanda. Anaitwaje? The member of parliament on Central region. Huyo jamaa alishikwa because alikuwa na spread hate speech. Now when come to a certain woman, yeye alipigwa mpaka fine na IEBC, in which sahi the kesi alienda appeal. I want to ask NCIC hao watu wana investigate and nini chukua hatua kwa wenye wanafanya hate speech Kenya. They are biased. Why am I saying they are biased? I heard Demagogo Burodinga saying not more than one time that as a Luo people, our enemies are Kikuyus. Oburodinga has never been questioned. I heard Opondo Kaluma inciting Kenyans that if Linda Mwananchi comes to homabay, attack them.
No, which clips? Did he say that attack them?
Bro, Opondo Kaluma says when hao watu wakikuja Kabunde tuwazuie, kwa means gani? Which method are you going? Bro, have you gone to the airport? You have gone to the airport before. You know the system and security in the airport. So when you're telling someone who has never even ajaya atapanda ndege, anaonanga ndege kwa picha, aende amwattack, what huyo mtu atafanya? Mzuie, utamzuia aje? Utazuia ndege aje? By attacking it. Let us be realistic. And that is why I have a problem with this prostitute called Wanga. Wanga is telling a Luo child, Wanga is being given 3 million per week. That is the intel that we are receiving. Apart from the salary and pesa ya county, Wanga is receiving 3 million per week. This 3 million per week is kufanya nayo gunism in Nyanza region ionekane. Bila kusahau, let me ask you a question. I'm a Luo. You are a Luo. Linda Mwananchi, it's coming to homabay, right? As a Luo from Ugenya, nimeenda homabay, nikakuwa attacked. God forbid, nikauawa. Mazishi yangu itakuwa wapi? Siaya, which is still within Luo community. Do you want to tell me my burial will be normal? Then the women, the ladies who are married in Ugenya from South Nyanza, we call them Niloka, lady from the South Nyanza. And then the women who are in Ugenya and married in South Nyanza, they are being called Nyaugenya. So let us look this politics in this scenario where I've been killed in homabay, nikaenda kuzikwa Ugenya. Do you think message itakuwa je siku ya mazishi yangu aliuawa South Nyanza na watu wa South Nyanza? We will create conflict within ourselves because I'm 100% sure the women who are married from South Nyanza in our village, that day will not be normal. The attack on clans will begin. So Wanga is being used by William Ruto to create a conflict za Wajaluo, which is so unfortunate because Wanga is a woman. Wanga is married by George. That is the husband of Wanga from Kochia. Wanga has been married before. This is the second marriage that Wanga has. Wanga can be married. He can divorce George today, aende aolewe huko Ukambani. She will live there permanently. She will live there. No one will ask her a question. She is in another land because she is a woman. But wewe kama mwanaume unatumika kwa Luo land kupiga wenzako, conflict mtabaki nayo. So that is why we are saying as a Luo community, from now henceforth, we are following one Orengo Nyatieng. He is a man of our community. In Churincheke, have you ever seen a woman sitting within the Churincheke discussing things? It is so shameful when I heard this guy, anaitwa Luo Elder, saying that someone who is not supporting William Ruto, he will be cast. And I asked myself a question, how stupid is this man? And as from a person from Ugenya, I can tell you, what is his name? Riagoka Lama who? Odungiranda. Odungiranda does not present my interest. So I'm here to disown him as a Luo elder. We cannot have Luo elders who are Sangwenya, who has only interest of what they eat. I'm a Luo. Let us call a spade a spade. There is these things that is happening online. Our morals as a Luo community has gone down. We have to stand and protect our dignity as a Luo community. When there is this funeral which was in South Nyanza the other day of Tony Diema, a musician, you can see what is happening in our community. It's indiscipline. How can you on heaven's sake mmechanga milioni 4 taslim, alafu hii pesa mnasema mmekula? Ukiangalia the type of food imepikwa kwa matanga, you ask yourself, what is happening to our community? It's so sad. Go online. 70% of content is online, most especially TikTok. 70% of the discussion we are having as a Luo community is about sex. We need to change.
Okay, let me just take you back. You said earlier you said that Gladys Wanga, it was your statement, is a prostitute. How can you confirm this? And also you have said that he's being given 3 million
per week by William Samoei Ruto. And I can attest that my intels, we have intels. As a Linda Mwananchi tuko na intels mingi sana za William Samoei. In fact, William Samoei Ruto halali, siku hizi halali, wewe umemwona of late amekonda, sababu walikuwa wamejua wakiua Raila Amolo Odinga everything will go nowhere. The only threat, and for your information, you see this Linda Mwananchi, this movement was who started Linda Mwananchi? Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga was the master planner of Linda Mwananchi. Linda Mwananchi was the exit plan of Raila Amolo Odinga. Sawa. That is why Orengo had a meeting. The founders, the real founders of Linda Mwananchi were 4 people. Orengo, Caleb Amisi, Sifuna, Babu Owino, and others. Those are the founders, those are the orchestrators of Linda Mwananchi. When Linda Mwananchi started, it was Kenya kwa is what there is a name ilikuwa inaitwa. Hata these women rep wa Kiambu alikuwa kwa hii team. Alijoin hii team. Because walikuwa wanaangalia William Ruto is taking our country in the wrong direction. So later on, akina Oburu Odinga wakaanza Linda ground. So the Linda Mwananchi started. Because they are lindering ground, they started Linda Mwananchi. The Linda Mwananchi has now grown beyond normal wind. It's now a tsunami. So, na inakuja kumeza watu wote.
So you see, in homabay we are seeing that Gladys Wanga and Pondo Kaloma, they are saying that they are supporting government.
Yes.
Because the government of William Samoei Ruto is taking development in Nyanza region. Also, one of their development is the airstrip in Kabunde. And also, you heard Opondo said that no one will land at Kabunde who is saying one term. And also he said that the Linda Mwananchi, if they come to homabay, what they will say is just 2 terms.
Let me ask you. You know, that is the most stupidest reasoning I've ever had. Wakina nani wanatengeneza airport? Ni Kenya Air?
But who is giving orders? And
you can't give an bro. Unajua, let us be realistic. Airport iko under Ministry of Transportation. Sawa? Kuna body yenye ina deal na airport, sio William Ruto. And niliona wakati nani alienda Ukambani hapa Kitui, Sifuna. Naona watu wanasema anaenda kwa airport yenye Ruto anatengeneza airport. Show me the functions of the president and then show me hapa ndio nasema Ruto anatengeneza airport. Let us not be fools. How many people can afford using the airport? Nani anatengeneza hiyo airport? Si flight inatoka hapa JKA na fall huko Kabunde. Ni Ruto ndiye anasema hiyo flight itoke. Right now I have a flight tonight. I'm flying to Kisumu. natumia airport ya Ruto, natumia ndege ya Ruto. Ruto is a goon. Ruto doesn't do anything. Kitu yenye Ruto amefanya ni affordable housing, na affordable housing anafanya sababu ako na interest. Who is the supplier wa simiti za affordable housing? Who is the supplier za chuma za affordable housing? So affordable housing ni project ya Ruto juu yeye ndiye anaifanya, anakulia. Yeye ndio supplier, yeye ndio contractor, yeye ndio engineer, yeye ndio sijui interior designer. Yani in short, William Ruto is a businessman. He is not a leader. So telling me that William Ruto, in fact, airport if it associated with Ruto, nitaacha kupanda ndege. I have my ticket ready. Airport haitengenezwi na Ruto. Let us not be brainwashed. We are not that stupid.
Okay, according to Kondo Kaloma, he said that mahali rais anatutengenezea atutumie Ulandi homabay, kukuja kusema one time. It's just like you are mocking, yani, you see something like that.
Have I told you I'm not, am I a Kenyan? By birth. As a Kenyan citizen, I have a right to go anywhere. Nobody's supposed to limit me on where I'm going, where I should go, and where I should not go. And why is it that when I'm going to... Who told you that Homabay people are saying two-term? Who is Karoli Omondi? He's from Homabay County. Have you seen Karoli Omondi? He is elected MP. Alichambuliwa na kura ngapi? His people are saying one term. Who is Weke?
Aspirant.
He's an aspirant. He's saying one term is from Homabay. Why are you people saying that people are of Homabay are not saying one term? No, let me ask you. President William Ruto has enemies. Four enemies. Number one, a business person hates Ruto because that guy has messed our country. Any business person hated Ruto. You cannot tell me during Uhuru Kenyatta, the one we are telling is bad, during his regime, the importation, a full container of a full container used to be 2.5 million. A full container. A full container is 25 cbm. Sawa. Right now, as we are speaking, a clearance and everything, a full 25 cbm, a full container, it's costing 3.5 million. As a business person, when I'm importing this kind of glasses, when I'm importing this one, the cost Kenya prices economy imekuwa stand by. Huwezi ongeza bei because hakuna mtu atanunua. These are things that we call a secondary need things. Those are the things that we import, not a primary need. A primary needs are like food. Food lazima utauza because you have to eat to survive. So in business, most of us, we deal with secondary needs in life, whereby you can even live without this kind of camera glasses. But when Ruto increases the price, our sales goes down. So mtu Mkenya wa kawaida mwenye amekatwa SHA, amekatwa pay as you breathe, amekatwa everything, haezi afford, ataangalia the primary needs za maisha, which is accommodation na food. Actually, I normally say if clothing is not a primary need in life, because when I can wear this t-shirt for a year, nobody will ask me a question. So clothing, I always put it as a secondary need in life. So as a business person, I hate Ruto for that. And that is why I'm saying one term, because this guy has messed my business. If you go to Ruiru, people who were stalls were demolished. And then they were given 10,000 shillings. Can you support William Ruto? If you go to Mudurwa, yenye watu wananyang'anywa na do your observation. Wakati yeyote utaona William Ruto anafanya rally yeyote ama anaenda church within Nairobi, ni nini inakuanga hapo? Wizi, utaporwa. Sababu William Ruto mwenyewe ndio chairman wa goons.
William Ruto ndio chairman wa goons according
to not according to me. I can prove it even in a court of law.
So, okay, now being that we are still on Linda Mwananchi to homabay.
Yeah.
What's that new that the Linda Mwananchi is taking to people, taking into homabay for the people of homabay?
We are going to talk with people of homabay and tell them the truth. Number one, there is this mystery that William Ruto anajaribu mtoto mjaluo asijue. And let me tell you, you know, the stronghold ya Raila Amolo Odinga was Luo land. Sawa. That was the stronghold of Raila Amolo Odinga. And William Ruto knows the game he played. Sasa William Ruto, unaona wakati wote Linda Mwananchi inaenda Nyanza region, why is it press conference ziko mingi? I asked you that question before. Ziko mingi kuliko any other part. In Luya Nation, tukienda tunasema leo tunaenda Busia, we do posters and then we do our rally. No press conference, everything goes smooth. We tell people of Western what we want to tell them. Everyone goes his way. When it comes to Nyanza region, the press conference before the rally are 20, 40, 30. Even the last one, Orengo did a press conference on Sunday. Do you know why?
Maybe you are afraid.
Because William Ruto is afraid of us to tell the people of Nyanza the truth. The truth is, one, Raila Amolo Odinga was poisoned. Why am I saying so? And I want us to be factual. Let me ask you. I saw a clip, not a clip, either the wife of Raila Amolo Odinga says that she was shocked wakati aliambiwa Raila Amolo Odinga alisema kwa nini yake, kwa wili yake azikwe within 72 hours. That is the wife of Raila Amolo Odinga. Shocked that Raila said that he will be buried within 72 hours. That is number one. Number two, I am a Luo. I know Luo traditions. Wachana na hawa masangwenya wanajiita leaders wa Luo. If saa hii unaishi hapa Nairobi, bibi yangu ako ushago, brother yangu ako ushago, unikikufa hapa Nairobi ama nipate accident, the one who will come to confirm if indeed ni mimi ni either my wife, my brother, ama nani, nyanya yangu. Sababu maybe niko na birthmark hapa, ama maybe niko na birthmark kwa mapaja yangu. So the only people who have to come to the morgue to confirm if indeed it's me was died, it's my wife, it's my brother, and it's my mother. When Raila Amolo Odinga died in India, the brother didn't even go to India to fetch his brother's body. William Ruto orchestrated the so-called principles of handcage government to go fetch the body of Raila. Give me a reason why Mama Ida didn't go to India to fetch the body of her husband. You cannot tell me Winnie Odinga can identify her father's body through her private part, if indeed he has a birthmark on a private part. We as a Luo, we have our traditions, we have our ways to do things. How comes Oburu Odinga alihepa kwenda kuchukua brother yake India? Raila Amolo Odinga was poisoned. And it's so sad. That is the truth that the government of William Ruto don't want the people of Nyanza to know.
Maybe, you see, maybe it's just an accusation. Because
no, it's not an accusation. No, it is not an accusation. Let me ask you, have you attended funerals?
Yeah.
Let's say we call them as funerals ma customer wali funeral home. There is a difference between funeral ya customer wali funeral home na funeral ya mwenda zake. Sawa? Mwenda zake ule anachukuliwa, huyo ni mwenda zake, ni ule amekufa kifo cha kiolela, mwenye shai imekataa kufanya kazi za incompetent za William Samoei Ruto, amekufa tu na ugonjwa ovyo ovyo kama kugongwa na tuktuk kugongwa na mkokoteni na kugongwa na hii spiral bike hii ya hii yenye inasupplywa na dota wa William Samoei Ruto, the spiral motorbike yenye imetengenezwa, the braking system is one of the poorest, and I wonder how vile ilikuwa approved inatumika kwa barabara. If you ask anybody who is using a spiral bike, the electric bike, they are saying the braking systems are poor and inaua wa Kenya day and night. Mtu amekufa tunamuita mwenda zake, na mtu amekufa hivyo huzikwa in a certain way, anaenda inachimbwa kaburi, inawekwa mchanga. Bible says, I will say it in Luo, low kum low, low brodoki ilo, that is a Luo. Manake mwili yetu ni mchanga, lakini itapelekwa chini ya mchanga. That one, this is the Bible ndio imesema. Let me ask you, Raila Amolo Odinga alikufa, kaburi yake ilichimbwa na escalator. After kuweka Omera, immediately walichukua simiti wakamwaga, yani walizika Raila ili asiye hata kufikiria kufufuka. You ask yourself a question, how on earth utachukua binadamu? Unajua, okay, this is how someone is supposed to be buried. Unaona, ukishaweka body inapigiwanga simiti. The latest burial nitakuonyesha huyu mama alishutiwa na DCI, who was killed by the government of Ruto sababu anataka kunyang'anya shamba. You've seen that case, the famous case. Kaburi ilichimbwa, ikawekewa tiles, ikawekewa wire mesh juu, ikawekewa maua na smiti. Very simple, a decent burial. Raila Amolo Odinga was buried, hata Moi alizikwa ndugu yangu, in a decent, ako na breathing space, because we believe by the end Mungu ataita watu na walio wafu watafufuka. If indeed that what happened, Raila Amolo Odinga atawaifufuka, because Raila Amolo Odinga alifanyiwa unyama. Raila Amolo Odinga alichimbiwa kaburi, akawekewa ndani, wakaweka simiti na kokoto yenye mekorogwa ready yote, ikawekwa wire mesh yote. I saw that thing and it was really breaking my heart kuona vile Raila Amolo Odinga anazikwa, na anasema ati Raila Amolo Odinga anasema alizikwa within 24 hours. Do you know that watu walienda kufetch body ya Raila was Edwin wa Kenya, Sifuna? And that is why either you agree or disagree, people asking, kwani Sifuna amepata hii nguvu wapi? Because the spirit of democracy, the spirit of fighting for a normal Kenyan of Raila Amolo Odinga, it's in Sifuna. Now wakisema Sifuna cannot be president, I want to remind them the story of Goliath and David. David killed Goliath. Everyone, even wanajeshi, even Goliath himself, aliuliza, who is this David? Yani munanidharau aje, munaniletea mtoto. And that is why 2027 will be a change in this country.
Okay, 2027 will be a change in this country. Also, we know that we are still on homabay.
Yes.
The Linda Mwananchi.
Yes, the tsunami.
We heard how you people are claiming, the Linda Mwananchi leaders, they are claiming that Governor Gladys Wanga and other people, they are preparing themselves with guns.
Yes,
and also people remember that yes, Interior is from homabay. And
chairman of goods.
I know you see now you people are saying chairman of goods, and
Yes,
also
yes.
said that he will provide security, enough security for Linda Mwananchi. So why are Linda Mwananchi team are afraid?
No, you government is afraid of Linda Mwananchi.
No, you are saying that government is afraid of Linda Mwananchi.
Yes.
Is the Linda Mwananchi are they one afraid of going to homabay? Because yes, Raymond Omolo said he will provide enough security.
Yes.
And also even he said that Linda Mwananchi are allowed. You are welcome.
Goja.
Go to homabay.
We have been going, Linda Mwananchi has been doing rally all over.
And why it is that this one for
No,
homabay?
and let me ask you, why is it that this rally of Homabay, that Wanga is in Homabay from the day we do our first poster? talking to young people. Why is it that Wanga is paying youth? Why is it that Wanga is telling youth? Skiza, he has not been doing that before. How comes alianza wakati tulieka posta ya kwenda Homabay? Let us be honest. Wanga ulisikia akiambia watu wa Homabay badala ya kusema, in fact he is paying 3,000 the people of Homabay, that when you hear them saying one term, waambie two term. Why is it that anaambia watu wasiende? What right does he have to control the people? In fact, let me ask you, I personally, Benedict Otieno Odhiambo Nyango, I'm going to Homabay. I'm going to Homabay after the rally of Linda Mwananchi. I'm starting my business in Homabay. Sawa? And that is why I'm telling you, the government is afraid for Linda Mwananchi to tell the people ukweli uliofanyikia Raila. Remember, Sifuna is the only one who went to fetch the body of Raila. Let me clarify something.
I just want you to tell us how you are saying that the government is afraid of Linda Mwananchi.
The government is afraid of Linda Mwananchi to go to Homabay, to Nyanza region, because they believe the Linda Mwananchi will tell Luo people the truth. Because if I ask you which set of the body Raila was when he was fetching India, can you tell me? No, but Sifuna can. He was there. Oburu cannot say it because he was not there. He was planning with William Ruto how to take over the ODM. Their interest was ODM. The son of Oburu was living here in Dono at Arambesako. He was a resident of Arambesako. After the death of Raila, Ruto appointed him to be the State House, one of the State House consultants. Alihama, alichange. So Oburu's family image change. Oburu used to live in Kileleshwa. I know Oburu's place, but alichange. Akaenda pale. So let us be realistic. There is a problem, and the problem needs to be solved. And that is why I'm telling my people of Nyanza region, let us look politics in beyond 2027, or let us look politics in another angle. Let me ask you, Linda Mwananchi is a movement as per now. Is a movement that has many people who have interest to change this country. Sawa, kukuje tuseme yetu, ukiona ingiani na wewe, go your way. Lakini if right now Linda Mwananchi imeenda Homabay, ni nini tuna create? Number one, we are creating business. I wonder how sometimes we reason. I wonder why Wanga is telling people ati zuieni watu wa Linda Mwananchi wasikuje. Niko na swali. Saa hii Linda Mwananchi, mimi na fly leo in the evening, I'm flying to Kabunde airport. Sawa? Nitachukuliwa na Prado. Sawa? Nitaweka mafuta wapi? Homabay. Linda Mwananchi peke yake iko na gari more than 400 gari msafara za Prado. Zitawekewa mafuta wapi? Homabay. Unadhani ekonomia hiyo area tutaacha vile ilikuwa? As I'm talking to you, there is more than people who are in Homabay wanalala huko. Sawa, our security, our everything wako Homabay. Sawa, bodyguard wangu mimi ashaenda Homabay. Nimemlipia Airbnb. Analala huko. I'm paying this thing. Unaona? By the end of the day, hoteli zenye ziko hapo, hizo ziko karibu na lake, we are giving them businesses. Because sitaenda kwa hoteli na nilale. In fact, I would like Wanga and his goons to tell me the most expensive hotel in Homabay. Nilale huko, hata kama ni 70,000, I will pay. So that tuinue economy ya hapo. The goonism haitainua economy ya hapo. Na shida ya goonism ni mimi naitanga piertar, umaskini. Sababu as Wanga anakuja kwa meeting anaambia mtoto wa mtu ati wewe usiseme one term, wewe sema two term. Akikwambia useme one term, kuja ni kama ukonja kuja nikupatie. Mtoto wake ako hapa Karen. Wanga nao anaishi Karen. From just a mere member of parliament, Wanga is living in Karen. Wanga is now giving 10 million kama tokens. Ya sijui, I don't know, women empowerment. Women empowerment, though after that 1 year, the empowerment haitaionekana. Anawapea pesa, lakini mtoto wa Wanga hayuko kwa hiyo group inapewa panga. Ako hapa Karen. anachagua by the end of the day, nataka kwenda Kempiski kukula jama, gari gani nitatumia? Should I use Prado or should I use Mercedes Benz or should I use Porsche Cayenne? Yet your son is being used by the same woman to go and attack. Hebu nikuulize, let us be realistic. I'm vying for a member of parliament of Advocacy. Do you think nitaenda tu hata ukitaka kunipiga utakuja tu ati nakuja kukupiga?
Okay.
There is a narrative I'm trying to push. If you want to beat Orengo, can you just walk and naenda kupiga Orengo? Look at the age group that is being used by Wanga. A very young age group. As young as 12 years old. I saw it in Kisumu while we had a rally in Kisumu. Hapo kwa airport, hapo roundabout, we had our meeting and most of our leaders walilala pale Siala Resort. Wakati tulitoka Siala Resort tukikuja, the young people ndo bana ni watoto, and it's really heartbreaking. You are messing the life of these kids. Just imagine as a young as 12 years old ama 15 years old, umelipwa na Wanga 3,000 uende ukarushe mawe, si ndio? Kamera ikakushika. In future maybe Mungu amekubariki ukapata in future ukigrow ukapata hata kazi huko UN, and then kapicha yako wakifanya wapate picha yako ulikuwa unatumiwa na mwanasiasa kuruta mawe, maisha ya nani itaharibika? Let us look these things beyond now. We have a future as young people. Let's tell Wanga not to use you. It's so sad. That is why I call him a prostitute. Why? Because he's messing our kids. And we are saying from now on, we are only going to take words from Orengo Nyatien.
So, how is Linda Mwananchi prepared to approach homabay?
We are Kenyans. The constitution is very clear. As a Kenyan citizen by birth, nilizaliwa tarehe 4 mwezi wa 6 1987 pale Pumwani maternity. I'm a Kenyan citizen by birth. I'm not asking anything at how. Okay, we are in Nairobi, si ndio? Kansema zile ukitoka ushago ukikuja Nairobi utafuta, mtu alikuuliza unaenda Nairobi aje, ulienda ukiwa na vision moja, naenda kutafutia maisha yangu, naenda kuboresha maisha yangu. We leave home to make home better. So we as Linda Mwananchi, we are coming to Homabay and we will tell you the truth. We will tell you the truth. I will tell the people of Homabay that stop being used by this woman. You don't know your future.
Do you say Linda Mwananchi is being protected by government during the rallies?
No, sijaiona. Bana tumerushiwa tiagas mara ngapi? Unajua unaniambia nini? You have been protected by goods. I heard you saying that Ray Omolo has said, I laughed yesterday. Ray Omolo saying ati tunawape. Ray Omolo has a meeting na goons in Kisumu. There are goons and you have seen them. That is why he's not even a PS of security. He is a PS of insecurity. We should clarify that. Ray Omolo is a man to look after. How comes that now Luo people saying Ray Omolo is good? When Raila Amolo Odinga was vying for the presidency, who was the opponent? William Ruto. Who was the chief campaign of William Ruto in Nyanza region? Ray Omolo. So if you want, for the first time umeona Linda Mwananchi inaenda kufanya rally, Ray Omolo akaita press conference. Do you know why? If there is someone who hated Raila, it was Ray Omolo.
How?
Have you ever, show me any clip? Show me any clip. Show me any clip. Ray akisupport Raila. Show me one. Show me one.
You see,
show me just one clip that Ray Omolo supporting Raila. And that is why Ray Omolo is afraid. Because we are going to expose him. The factuals are, do you know, I think you don't know whom you are talking to. Do you know where I got that name Jacob 002?
Maybe you
si jina ya kujibandika. No, actually it's a registered name. Si jina ya kubadilika. Ni ile usupport nilikuwa napea Raila. I started supporting Raila in 2007. Ndio nilianza kusupport Raila. Wakati huo kulikuwa na election huko Ugenya ya jamaa anaitwa Okot Wanga na Orengo Ajib, na hiyo ndio time nilianza kusupport Raila till his death. Nilidisagree tu na Raila wakati alijoin Ruto. Sawa. There is this man who call himself the adopted son of Raila Amolo Odinga. Salah, who is he? Where is he from? You know, if you ask me, ai bwana Jacob, you are saying you are supporting Raila. Show us hata a picha moja if you supporting Raila. Show us picha moja even 10 years back. Ukiwa na Raila. I'm the only man who printed his car with Raila's picture in election ya 2017. Mimi ndo nilianza. Before hata campaign zifunguliwe. Nilisupport Raila. Mimi as a person. Wakati Raila alituambia tuna impeach William Ruto, I as a person nili collect 3,700 signatures for impeachment. We had it, I think I remember ilikuwa Sabasaba. My first time to meet huyu mbunge wa Nyakachi, Aduma Uor. Tukiwa Kisumu na jamaa anaitwa Dui Nyang. Tukiwa pale Kisumu, first time yetu ya kuonana tulionana tukiwa Kisumu Sabasaba. I remember ilikuwa tour nini before hii Gen Z, I think 2022 or 3 if I'm not wrong, before the Gen Z demonstration. We were collecting signatures. I was working for ODM for free because I believed in Raila's ideology, because this constitution we enjoy sani sai, the freedom of speech, freedom of expression, ililetwa na Raila Amolo Odinga. So when I see this demagogue who never even supported this constitution, that in your president, and telling us that he will implement that constitution, I feel so angry. When I see William Ruto going against the 10-point agenda, juzi walikuwa na conference, the Sangwenya, we don't even supposed to call them at ODM Linda Tumbo. We are supposed to call them Sangwenya. They had a conference in Naivasha. Was it in Naivasha? Wakitoka ni nini walituambia kina Junet Mohamed? They were supposed to tell us the agreement between Ruto and Raila was 10-point agenda. They are supposed to brief us out of 10-point agenda, the agreement yenye ilitengeneza concrete ya broad-based government. We have implemented ABCD. None of them. Wanatuambia Gachagua ni mbaya. Who is Gachagua? Gachagua is an impeached vice president. He can't even vie for a chief position. They are telling us here at adui yetu ni Gachagua. Gachagua doesn't care how I live. Gachagua doesn't care even if you have one meals in a day. He cares about his interest. What about my interest? Who care about my interest? That is why I'm telling you, my fellow Kenyans, let us support one Edwin wa Kenya. He's not a Luya president. He will be a Kenyan president. In fact, he has a good name. Wakenya, Watenya. We are changing it to Wakenya. We need change, and we have to fight for this change. It won't come easily. These demagogues and the old dogs must get out of the way. That is why we are telling Oburu Odinga, toa jam.
Why do you think most of Luos are not supporting, are not in opposition?
Bro, which opposition? Why am I thinking most Luo? Which Luos are you talking about? I've attended, we had the meetings of Linda Mwananchi, several meetings. And I've attended most of the Linda Mwananchi meetings, either virtual or town hall meetings. As aspirants of Linda Mwananchi, we normally do meetings here in Nairobi. But I can tell you without fear of contradiction, if we have 50 people in a meeting, 40 of them, if you have 50 people, 20 of them are Luos. So when I hear you people saying most Luo, I don't know which Luos are you talking about. We have a difference between a Luo and a Goon. And that is the umbrella yenye tumepaintiwa nayo yenye inaniuma. Even if you go to Meru, utapata Mjaluo Mgoon. If you go to Kisii, utapata Mjaluo Goon. If you go to Mombasa, utapata Jaluo Goon. Do you know, and actually I was shocked the other day, we were doing some ground check, and they find out there are so many Luos in Mombasa. You know that? Nyali. Especially Nyali. Go do your research. Luos are more in Nyali. So when I hear someone saying that most Luos are, which Luos? Luos are supporting. Let me ask you. That is the most saddest thing I ever had. As someone saying that Luos are supporting government. Do you know in Kenya, Juakali sector, Luos are more. True or false? Could it be mechanics, interior designers, Juakali sector yenye kazi za mikono, lambas, Luos are more. You agree with me? That is the truth.
Actually,
Kikuyus are more in business.
In business, yeah.
Let's agree. Let's call a spade a spade. Kikuyus are more in business. Na kama kuna mtu ameharibia watu biashara ni William Ruto. Ameua sekta ya Juakali. Do you know William Ruto has a furniture shop in in Eldoret? A very big furniture shop. Do you know that? He has. Even one of my fellow employee is working in the shop in Eldoret. Do you know William Ruto has almost 40% of hotels in Kenya? William Ruto as a person. Niendele. Do you know William Ruto alimake a deal na huyu jamaa Deviski wa chuma? Ako na shares kwa Deviski. Do you know William Ruto ako na share through huyu the former ex boyfriend ya daughter wake? Huyu wa nani anaitwaje? Huyu mbunge wa nani? Ndindi Nyoro. Ako na shares ngapi Kenya Power? Juakali sector ina consume nini mingi? Stima. Hiyo stima nani anaongeza? Nani anapata pesa? So if you want the enemy of the Ruto, watu nasikia Wajaluo wanasema those are goons. They are jobless, most of them. They are jobless. The people when mnadini wanakuuliza iwe anadi. Iwe anadi means unatuacha aje. Sawa. They are extortionists. That is why we differentiate them, Sangwenya and goon. Asangwenya anakuambia Kelo, wataka kitu bwana, wewe ndo mkubwa, ili apate kitu. He lies to you. Sawa. And that is why on my campaigns I'm trying to avoid the town hall meetings, because town hall meetings 90% of the people who do they are Sangwenya. Unamuona hapa, unamuona hapa, unamuona hapa. Tunawaita malaya wa siasa. Hana msimamo. Hako left and right.
So, Jacob, let me just cut you short for the interest of time. I just want you, with 1 minute, your last word to Opondo Kaluma, according to the allegation which he made, and also to Gladys Wanga. Yeah.
Gladys Wanga. Oh. Gladys Wanga. Shame on you. You are a political prostitute. The other day, juzi tu hapa when Raila was alive, you are the one who was in interview with Jeff Koinange, condemning and saying that William Ruto has done nothing in this country. How comes now wewe ndo unatuvalia nguo ya William Ruto ukitusifu? Why are you afraid of Linda Mwananchi? I want to advise you. Linda Mwananchi, when Linda Mwananchi is coming to homabay, we rent all the Airbnbs in homabay. We will rent all the hotels in homabay. We are paying cash. So economically tunainua Homabay County. Wacha kutumia watoto wa Jaluo vibaya. How comes your son is in Karen choosing the type of car yenye anaweza enda kukula nayo chai Kempiski, and wewe unaenda huko Luoland kupatia watoto wa Jaluo panga? I condemn you without fear of contradiction. With your fellow goon, Opondo Kaluma, the former Lakoto. How can you tell a young boy, a 14-year boy, aende azuie uwanja wa ndege ati Linda Mwananchi azilanda? Yet huyu mtoto unaharibu maisha yake. The moment ataenda pale, hata asiposhikwa, akuwe kwa kamera, aonekane. And then, after some years, Mungu amfungulie njia apate hata kazi UN. alafu ionekane picha zake akibeba mawe, akibeba mkuki, anataka kudunga watu. The choices have consequences. When I, Benedict Otieno, from Ugenya Sega Airport to nimekuja Homabay, nimeuawa Homabay as a Luo, simply because you are serving the interests of demagogue Wanga. Saa hizo Wanga atakuwa ameolewa Ukambani. Wanga anaweza kuwa na divorce na George, na aende aolewe Ukambani ama aende aolewe Taita, atakuwa at peace. Lakini let us look in this scenario. Nimekuja Homabay, nimeuawa kwa vitu za kijinga, nikarudi Siaya mazishi. Unadhani huyu sister yako ako hapa ameolewa hapa Ugenya, ataka in peace? We are creating community conflicts. We are creating class conflict. Last but not least, I'm coming to Kabunde. Nasikia Wanga ameweka wamama hiyo siku hiyo hapo kwa entrance ya airport, waweke vitu wanauza. Bro, nakuja nimejipanga. My Prado is already ready there with 2 of my bodyguards. Nakuja hapo Kabunde, nimeingia. Si ati ndege inanibeba bure. I'm paying for it. They're charging me over 20,000 Kenyan shillings. Naingia Kabunde, nimetoka. Unadhani bodyguard wangu tutaonea hawa mama huruma? Nimevunja mguu ya mama mmoja. Let us look at in this scenario. Nimepita na yeye, juu ati nitakubembeleza. Nimepita na mama mmoja, nikamvunja akaanza kutembea hivi. In future, nikaenda pale Egesa kukunywa hata hii kitu kidogo, nikapatana na msichana nikaoa, kumbe ni mtoto wa huyu mama. Ni picha gani tuna create as a community? Let us be reasonable. This is our country. Politics come and go. Even if Sifuna become the president 2027, after 2032, Babu Wino become the president, life change. But tutabaki na consequences maisha yetu. Let us not be used by politicians such as Wanga. That is why as a person I avoid the goonism politics, because we as people, we need change. It's so shameful when I hear Luo people say, sisi hatuna shida na Sifuna, mtu tuko nayo shida ni Gachagua. Gachagua is not in leader mwananchi. If you don't like Gachagua, vote Sifuna. At Uhuru, I even saw, it's really unfortunate that the propaganda they are selling is Uhuru Kenyatta sponsoring Linda Mwananchi. I can tell you as an ambassador of Linda Mwananchi, I can tell you as a supporter number 1 of Linda Mwananchi, we've never received a penny from Linda Mwananchi. And if you have the evidence, let's table it. And I want to bet the demagogue Ruto, if indeed he has the evidence that Uhuru Kenyatta is sponsoring Linda Mwananchi, let him present it there. Because we have the evidence that William Ruto is the one kill aliua watu Kiamba. We have the evidence. We have the evidence that William Ruto ndiye aliua witnesses wa ICC. We have the evidence and we can prove them in a court of law. We have the evidence that William Ruto is destroying business in this country. Ule mtu wa jua kali, in fact Mjaluo ndiye anafaa pinge Ruto kabisa, because hata vibanda Ruto hataki, anabomoa zote. Who are the people working in those vibanda? They are Luos. It's very unfortunate sahi ukitaka magoons, ukitaka hawa mama wa mobilization, call even 4,000 women hapa Uhuru Park and then just call, weka hata utawapatia dhao. If you want to know the level of poverty in our country, weka tu, hata tao ni mingi, sema unapatia akina mama 500, alafu uambie unataka 100,000 women in Uhuru Park and then wachague ni kabila gani mingi. Yes. Then we are lying to each others hapa. Ushaiona mama Oria anaenda kufua? Ushaiona? Because these people were empowered. We are being told that Mbadi is in finance. We cannot say Mbadi is in finance. Yet the only financial institution that is working in Luo land is Kupa. Na ingine Shofco. Shofco ilianza vizuri. I was surprised that Shofco siku hizi ili change ikakuwa insurance juu ya mazishi. How can I invest on my death? When you meet 20 Luo sitting somewhere discussing, 90% are discussing about matanga, vile watazika. And you saw it with Tony Diema. Tony Diema was in ICU. in one of the lowest hospital, yet mazishi yake imetolewa 3 million. Mbona tukutoa hiyo 3.4 million, 3.9 million kwa wakati Tony Ndiema alikuwa mgonjwa, apeleke hospitali ya maana, hangekufa. Lakini we love dead than alive person. It's so unfortunate as a community. So I'm calling it out without fear of contradiction and saying, as Jokonagi, we need to change our mindset. William Ruto, the only thing I agree with William Ruto is telling a Luo community, Tigiwi, usiachie Wanga tutumie akili yetu. We are grown-ups. This woman is messing our kids. This woman is messing the life of our boys. And then we will remarry even in London. You know, Wanga is a woman. Wanaweza hata divorce leo na George naenda aolewe London. She will live peacefully. What about you and me? We will remain here with the consequences. I've come to Migori. I'm not coming here ati ukinikujia nitakuona na macho mzuri. Nitapita na wewe. Hata insurance Prado yangu iko na insurance. Nitapita na wewe. Lakini nimekuumiza. We never know mahali tutakutana. Hatujui. Mimi na wewe tunaweza kutana. Kesho yake naweza kuja kwa ofisi yako nataka kazi, ama kuja kwa ofisi yangu nataka kazi. Let us look the consequences of this stupidity. What will cost the government? What will cost the government of Wanga? Kusikiza kenye Linda Mwananchi wanasema. Si waseme yao. Sisi tuseme yetu. Mwananchi aamue. Ni nini na wauma? Why are they spending that money? Hiyo 3 million unapewa Wanga. Empower nayo mtoto mmoja. Wachana na hii empowerment. And that is why I hate Wanga. Nani? This is a treasury. Anaitwa aje? Badi. Badi aache kutudanganya. Bana Badi has powers. Badi anaweza patia mtoto mjaluo grant za maana na inue maisha yake. Lakini he is lying to us. Anatuambia because tunakunywa soda ati we are well off. Let us not lie to each other. Soda ni kitu ya kusema ati mtu anakula. Saa zingine hiyo ndio lunch yake, ndio the cheapest. Soda ndogo na mkati mtu anakula once in a day. Alafu nasema ati anaishi maisha mazuri. Kikuyu eti mnatuambia ni wabaya, they used to give their people grants. There is bank here in Isili for Oria. They are taking loans but without nini? Without kulipa interest. And what about a Luo community? We have a problem.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching.